Hello everybody and welcome! We have a new Parallel Investigator to check out today. Not only did we get spoiled with the announcement trailer and the box art for the new Campaign and Investigator expansion, we are also here checking out Parallel Jenny, who was released the same day, and we got a PDF. So this is the Pistols and Pearls Parallel Investigator rules. Alright, we know how Parallel Investigators work. If you don't, basically you can choose which version you want to do, and you may also upgrade her signatures to her advanced signature cards, and then, yeah, they're cool. Alright, let's see what she's all about, shall we? Let's also, like, zoom in a little bit more. Let's get, like, really, let's zoom in that much. Alright, so she has different art for hers, which is the first time a Parallel Investigator has this, and this is something that is based on, there's a comic coming out apparently, right? There's a comic with her and Joe Diamond, so maybe we'll see a parallel Joe Diamond too with different art, but I think that's why she gets this special art, also because she's Jenny. She's special. Her dad's rich, you know, she deserves this, but let's see what she is. 3-3-3-3. Soaks for 8 and 7. As a reaction, after your turn begins, play a talent asset reducing its cost by 1. That's a nice ability. As a lightning bolt, discard a talent asset you control. Gain resources equal to that asset's printed cost. Limit 5 resources per round. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to check out talents as well. So see what that's all about. Elder Sign effect +0. If you succeed, gain 3 resources. Okay. There's been a lot of custom investigators that play with talents. So it's cool to see like an actual kind of official, quote-unquote, not official investigator playing with it. All right, deck size is 30. Deck building options, rogue cards 0 to 3, neutrals 0 to 5, up to 10 other non-permanent talent cards level 0 to 5. Okay, well, I think this is a good reason to maybe check out some talents. Give me a trait. Okay, view as scans only. Sort by set, please. Okay, so she gets 10 other talent, non-permanent talent cards level 0 to 5. So this is like not including the rogue ones if they are 0 to 3. Because if they're 0 to 3, they fall under this part of her deck building. I'm going to check out her signatures too, but I want to check out these talents first. Because I'm kind of just a little bit more interested in that. Okay. First aid, hyper awareness. These things aren't pickpocketing. She can already play. Arcane studies, forbidden knowledge. Scavenging is interesting. She can do lockpick scavenging, right? Because she actually is like good at that. She could do that. She can even play the upgraded version. That's kind of spicy. The damn alt art ones. Get them out of here. Pathfinder's kind of sick. I mean, I actually also like this because you can mix and match. I'd be curious to see what it's like otherwise. Except this ability seems really good. This ability seems really good. It's kind of like a Joey the Rat, kind of vibe. She can already play scavenging, yeah, but she can't play the upgraded scavenging, which allows her to spend more actions to do other things. She can't play higher ed, so she can't play permanents. She can play try again. Let's go. Fieldwork is kind of sick. She can already play fieldwork, but fieldwork's nice in the context of this. I'm rather looking at like what's the differences and more like what you can do. And the no seems kind of sick. That could be kind of fun. Scientific theory. I mean, like the composures are kind of neat. Being able to play them for free makes these ones a little bit more playable, but the upgraded versions are just fast, so you don't really get anything for selling them. First aid, well prepared, could be fun. A well-prepared... Honestly, I'd love to see a well-prepared Jenny deck on her regular side. That could be fun, kind of neat to see. Well-prepared seems really good for a good chunk of the Rogue Succeed by X cards. You know, just having a repeatable one of those. Gabriel Bardo, 8 months at the Golden Table. Thank you so much for your support. Cornered's kind of neat. I don't know if there's anything cooking there. Sign Magic, I think you could probably do something with that. I'm not knowledgeable enough on Jank. I can just tell you that Burning the Midnight Oil is a good card. Safeguard's playable on everybody, so that's kind of interesting. She can play these. This is, I think, neat. Being able to just play like a bunch of these and just turn her stat ball into super stat ball could be kind of fun, like all the level 4 talents. Because she can play 0 to 5, 10 of them, right? Yeah. That's kind of interesting. I'm kind of into that. I also do find it funny because Daniel and I did a video of this or that, and there was the question of Parallel Lola and Parallel Jenny. And unfortunately, the correct answer to the question that we didn't know at the time was actually just Parallel Jenny. I mean, I like the idea of getting the composures. I don't know if it's good enough with her ability to do it, because, like, it's probably not... I mean, like, it's probably good to have, but, like, being able to tap into the ones you want. But I don't know how playable it is with her ability, right? She can play all of these. Playing these fast, I think, is actually kind of huge. Empirical Hypothesis is good in every investigator who can play it. She can load 10 experience into this too, so that's really interesting, right? Steady-Handed is a goated card. I'm probably gonna... The Jenny deck I'm gonna build is probably gonna be built around Steady-Handed and Well-Prepared. If I'm gonna wager, if I know me, Survival Technique is also really interesting. Yeah, I like, not these ones, but like the upgraded ones. I'm kind of into it. Dang, can't play Ravenous for a multitude of reasons, but that is really interesting. Okay, I think there's a ton of cool options here to explore with Parallel Jenny. So if you're watching this on YouTube, this is just the announcement video, but I'm gonna have a deck list for you coming up, and then gameplay of that deck list. So there's gonna be a lot of Parallel Jenny coming your way on the channel in the near future. So buckle up and get ready for that. All right, let's check out our upgraded signatures. Jenny's Twin 45. So I think that both these cards were pretty fine in their normal version. They're not exactly like gonna like go hard, but they are pretty fair on both sides, and they both feel fine to play with. So let's see what happens if they are like a Monterey Jack upgrade or a Zoe Samaras upgrade. So Jenny Twins 45 is a perfect fit. X cost, foot, wild, so well prepared, intensifying. Commits for holds 2 hand slots. Jenny Barnes deck only. Advance uses X ammo. As an action, spend 1 ammo, fight. You get +2 fists for this attack. This attack deals +1 damage. As a reaction, after you defeat an enemy using the above ability, exhaust Jenny's Twin 45s, gain resources equal to that enemy's printed health. That seems like a really good upgrade. That seems kind of goated. Like, that feels like a proper signature, right? Like, honestly, because is regular Jenny's guns just like this text? Like, is it just this? Because this should have been like the thing. So I really like this that we saw that they did with the ancestral token, and they must be like, hey, this is actually a cool piece of design space to explore, right? I think that's kind of sick. I definitely think you just play this in like every Jenny deck, no matter what this new Searching for Izzy is. Speaking of, let's see what Izzy's up to this week. Advanced Revelation, attached Searching to Izzy for the location farthest from you. Attached location gets +2 Shroud. As a double action, investigate. If you succeed instead of discovering clues, discard searching for Izzy. When the game ends, if searching for Izzy is in play, you suffer 1 mental trauma. So is the only difference, it's been a long time since I've had to look for Izzy, but is the only difference just the attached location gets +2 Shroud? Because if so, this Jenny's twin 45s are definitely worth the worst searching for Izzy, because the problem for Izzy is not so much the Shroud, it's just this. It's like the double action. That's the hard part. Like, yeah, it makes you more likely to fail, but I mean, like, what do you got? You got 7? All you gotta do is play, do I still have Arkham DB open, or did I close it? Yeah. All you gotta do is just play, like, any of the multitude of, like, what the hell? That shower sounds like a nightmare. Is you just have to play, like, the multitude of horror healing cards that rogues have, and you'll, like, be able to get out of it no problem. Yeah. Not Thermos. Don't play Thermos. Rogue has better options in color. Just play those. So, she does lose a lot for the Rogue 0 to 3. Like, missing 4 and 5 sucks, but she can still play Lucky Cigarette Case 3, so that's probably what we're going to be building around today, because that card is powerful, and I really like building around it, because it's just a good time. I think this Parallel Jenny is really cool. I think that this is a Parallel Jenny that is super interesting, and I think it's such an upgrade over regular Jenny. Not that I think regular Jenny is unplayable. I don't think any investigator is playable, but like regular Jenny, I think we can all agree at this point is kind of just like outpaced in terms of what other investigators can do. Not necessarily due to power creep, but it's one of those things that she was just kind of like a little bit like mild from the get-go. So I think this is a really interesting parallel design that I think is going to be really cool. And I do agree with what you're saying, that because you have talents 0 to 5, you're not going to miss the Rogue 0 to 3. However, I do think that Rogue 4-5 is the strongest 4-5 in the game. So while you're not going to, like, I don't think like you're going to miss it, you are going to miss it in the sense that, like, that's where a lot of, like, real powerful stuff lies. Sweet. All right. We're going to have a Parallel Jenny coming up in the near future for the deck list on Saturday if you're watching this on YouTube. And there's also going to be gameplay of that the week after that. Huge thank you to everybody who watched this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And let's dive in and check out Parallel Jenny. Huge thank you to all of our patrons. Have a good one. And as always, a GG's.